Ishanti here. A quick disclaimer before we get into this video. This video contains mature themes, so viewers' discretion is advised. Any boy groups or male idols mentioned in this video are just used as examples to point out K-pop's treatment of women in comparison to men. In pursuit of full transparency, I believe it's important that you guys know that I am a boy group stan. So this video is not meant to bash or hate on them. I just want to spread awareness on some issues that I have personally noticed being a K-pop fan since early 2012. I guess you could call this a discussion or rant. I find it extremely interesting that during 2018 Mama, when Monsta X had two members shirtless, fangirls were applauding them and calling them gods. But when Hwasa came out with her red bodysuit on, she was ripped apart by the netizens. Being sexy is not a crime unless minors are involved, of course. But if you praise one and criticize other for the same thing, you are a hypocrite. Why is your male bias ripping his shirt off, humping the ground, and hip thrusting in your face perfectly acceptable? But when a girl idol does the same, she's a try-hard slut? No matter how sexually suggestive boys are on stage, it is not linked with their image. So why is it that when girls are doing a sexy choreography on stage, it is seen as a reflection of their real life behavior? In fact, my Lord and Savior Ayu released a song called 23, in which she questioned her public perception of how people wanted someone 23 to act. She used Alice in Wonderland as a metaphor for being thrown in the industry at a very young age. She wanted to act her age because she turned 23, but the public constantly infantilized her with the image of nation's little sister. She talked about how female K-pop singers are always portrayed in extremes. They are either virginal or too sexual. Why can't they be both? Instead of focusing on IU's honest take, people threw her under the bus and missed the point entirely. So, you are okay with companies dressing grown women in school uniforms, but it becomes offensive when women are being unapologetically themselves. Why are women forced to alter their choreography to perform on music shows? It is highly obvious that South Korea has a different standard for women in comparison to men when it comes to what is appropriate to perform on TV. Another thing, they are not okay with Hyuna performing sexily on stage, but are perfectly fine with this sort of behavior.
셰프 머리 이렇게 묶고 있어. 네. 디테일은 가려줘야죠. 얼마나 잘 하고 있나? 눈동자 움직이기 전에 아래로 안 비켜?
So this happened almost 2 years ago. Aping's Nyon had to delete a selfie because she received overwhelming backlash for it, and her agency had to release a statement. See for yourself this so-called controversial selfie. So what do you think was so shocking here? Her bare face? Oversized clothing? Or black coffee? No. It's a phone case that read, "Girls can do anything." Yes, this is what made people lose their minds. She was harassed for promoting quote-unquote feminist ideas. Her agency addressed the situation by saying that the case was a gift from a brand. As a girl who grew up listening to Girls Run the World, Girl on Fire, and Wannabe, I found this whole situation really absurd. First of all, Nayan has the right to use any phone case she wants. And second of all, what is so wrong with advocating feminist ideas? These people love girl crush concepts and girl power anthems, but can't handle girl power much. Let's see another example of people shitting on feminism in the same year. During a fan meet, Irene shared that she had been reading Kim Ji-young, born 1982, which is a feminist novel. This triggered her male fans so much that they took to an online forum and shared pictures of them burning Irene's photos and postcards. I'll never understand people who burn their own items to protest an idol. Just sell it or something. It's not like you are taking away the company's money by destroying the merch. You have already paid for it. Anyways, then they began to blame So Young from Girls' Generation for quote unquote corrupting Irene's innocent mind, since she named her reality TV series Choi So Young, born 1990, after being inspired by the same feminist novel. So you must be wondering, where is the double standard? Well, here it is. In a past V Live talking about the same feminist book, RM said that quote unquote it was impressive because it had a unique implication. But he never received criticism for it. In fact, people applauded him for educating himself on feminism. I am not saying that RM should have received criticism. I am glad that he used his platform for good. My problem is that when a man is talking about feminism, it is seen as empowering. But when women do the same, it's seen as showing their superiority and being anti men. Make it make sense. So, as I was editing my video, another quote unquote controversy happened. This time, the target was Joy. When I read the headline, I thought the shirt was gonna say something actually offensive like misogyny is pretty cool or pineapple on pizza for the win. But no, it was we should all be feminists. So this had people flipping and going as far as to calling her selfish for drawing controversy to her group. Wait till they find out that Irene has been wearing this shirt the entire time. Jokes aside, my question is that where was this energy when a member from New West also wore a t-shirt with the phrase "a girl is a gun" on TV broadcast, or when Jin wore radical feminist shirt? This made me think, is feminism really the problem here, or just a woman having strong opinions? In their heads, female idols should look pretty and entertain, but not have a mind or a voice. They don't want them to feel equal to men. It's sad, really, that female idols who are more outspoken about feminism get hate for it. This is a criticism I hear about a lot. First of all, comparing boy group choreos to girl group choreos is quite ridiculous. I will compare them once men start dancing wearing ridiculously high heels and simultaneously making sure that their outfits are not riding up. Girl groups are limited by the companies and expected to dance in a certain way, which is pretty sexist if you ask me. Japanese choreographer Koharu, who choreographed Taemin's iconic move, talked about this issue. She moved to LA for a while because she wanted to dance bigger and was told not to by her teachers in Japan at that time. Think about it like that. If you give an amazing pianist a toy piano to play, would they be able to show their full potential? Of course, more girl groups would do harder, more intense choreography if it wasn't for societal standards. Also, imagine pairing hard hitting moves consisting of jumps and kicks with heels and tight mini skirts, where a single wrong movement can lead to their whole ass being shown. I feel like K-pop fans need to stop saying male idols are better dancers just because they look stronger. The way people put down girl group choreos really make me laugh. This ain't no Olympics where the faster and harder you go, the better. Clearly, these people have never heard of Dreamcatcher, G-Friend, Ice One, and Luna. Their choreos are not for the faint of heart. It's easy to do punches and kicks in the air, but it's hard to replicate those intricate hand movements, posture, formations, facial expressions, and looking graceful while staying in perfect sync on heels. That's the reason why a lot of male idols cannot pull off female choreos, with the exception of 17 and Stray Kids. They are the ones who started doing respectful covers of girl group songs. Before that, boy groups covered girl groups like a joke,